Welcome to the next episode of the Cannabis Review. I'm delighted to be joined in this episode by Julien Tuyeras, who's the founder at Scimys, a leading consultancy firm based in France. How are you keeping today, Julien?
Hey, hi everyone. Glad to be here. Thank you for your invitation. Hello for your audience, and I'm super happy to present what we are doing right now in France. So I think I will start for a short presentation about myself. So as you can hear, I'm French. I'm a pharmacist with 10 years experience in cannabinoid, especially CBD. So I discovered cannabinoid 10 years ago in California, and I bring it to Switzerland where I start my company. So I was involved, so the seed to extract. We have our own plant. We made our own extract. And then we distribute this extract, and we are the first one to do that in pharmacy in Switzerland. So this pharmacy is Pharmacy Benu. It's a chain of pharmacy of 1,500 pharmacy. So after this Swiss experience, I was focused on French market, and I'm working on French market now since 2 years as an advisor through my company, advisor for pharmaceutical labs. So some are famous, some are less famous. So I explain a little quick explanation about my job. So the first part, what I'm doing is to advise to have good quality product, which is super important at the moment, to have a really good quality product. So I go to choose raw materials, producer, manufacturer. I advise, for example, about the law regulation. I work with marketing department or scientific department as well, and how to make promotion in pharmacy. So it's a really 360 service. The second part, which is really crucial for me, and I introduce that a bit later than the first part, it's to train pharmacists. I realize that training pharmacists, it's really the key for CBD success, and especially in pharmacy. Because the pharmacists miss a bit the train, actually, compared to CBD shop or other sellers. And they are scientists, and they realize that they have a lack of knowledge at this moment, and they really want to increase their knowledge about CBD product, and especially about over the counter CBD product. So I will start to talk about the French cannabis now market in France.
Yeah.
So where we are.
Get a little quick update. So that's basically an incredible career you've had to date. The first topic that I wanted to talk about was an update on medical cannabis in France. And if you could maybe give everybody a breakdown of what the size of the market is, where it's allowed to be prescribed, what conditions are included, and any other pertinent information that you think.
Yeah, sure. So about French cannabis in France. So the French medical cannabis right now. So after the experimentation during 3 years, pharmacy will be allowed next year for 2025 to deliver CBD product on prescription. So it will concern, for example, like high CBD dose or THC. Actually, what you can find on the market concern, and especially in pharmacy or even in shop, it's low CBD product. Okay, so this kind of product are allowed under two main conditions. So it's a daily dose of 50 milligrams per day, and a concentration of maximum 20% with sublingual oils, for example. So these two main conditions are from the DGAL guidelines. It's a governmental organism attached to health ministry. So it's a bit better because it brings more clarity for the market. And we cannot ignore CBD product, low dose CBD product, because actually it concerns 6 million people in France. So it's a big challenge. It's a challenge for pharmacy to distribute this kind of product. Why? Because most of customers at the moment find their product using internet, or they go in a CBD shop, or even in tobacco shop. So with potential quality issues. So there's no traceability, there's poor advice, or there's even not at all advice by a seller at the moment. So this is a big problem. The quality is a big problem at the moment. The traceability of the product has a big problem. And there's a really interesting studies about Mildeca. Or Mildeca, it's an organism attached to our prime minister. It's really important organism in France about drugs and addiction. And their mission is to fight against drug and addictive behavior. And they made in 2023 a study about CBD product, and the result was just a catastrophe. Like 80% of CBD product actually in France are not compliant. They don't answer to what they propose. Well, this is the situation on about French medical cannabis right now.
Very
Good.
interesting. When it comes to the numbers of patients, how far are you guys behind, let's say, Germany, or how far are you ahead from the UK? Is there a specific number that everybody knows of?
How far? I don't really know about how far we are compared to German or UK. I think we are a bit late compared to this market, especially UK. But we start to with this kind of guideline, what I told you, which now since 1 year, I think the market are increasing. I bet it will increase in the next months or the next years through, and I'm pretty sure about that, through the pharmacy.
And do you see one of the areas of growth happening within France is the discovery of formulations, and some of the big biotech and pharma companies able to find these perfect blends of cannabinoids and terpenes to be able to deliver a finished product to the market?
So yeah, maybe, probably, I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball for that, but what I'm sure, it's like we need to work, of course, about the quality, but about the bioavailability of the product. So I'm always looking for example, for really good materials and create pills or tablets to increase the bioavailability. But at the moment, if we talk about, for example, terpenes or CBG or CBN to pharmacy, I think it's a bit early. We are at early stage to introduce CBD in pharmacy. So you have to be simple for a moment to train pharmacy. So to be simple, it's CBD. Okay, they are okay now with CBD. Like if you talk to a pharmacist 3-4 years earlier about CBD, they will not take you seriously. Now they take you seriously. So it's a first step. It's a main step that we are doing, and maybe later, and I hope we will introduce a bit more interesting product, maybe with CBG, with CBN, and depends about the regulation too. So let's see.
As you were stating, one of the big hurdles seems to be the educating of doctors and pharmacies. Can you maybe tell us about some of the work that you're currently doing when it comes to bring this forward in France?
Yeah. How as I told before when I was presenting myself, so one of the big part of the job is quality. The second big part, it's education pharmacist. So what I'm doing right now, for example, so I'm doing training, live training. So tomorrow I'm going in a city close to mine city, and I'm going to train a group between 30 and 40 pharmacy during the afternoon. So how to use CBD product in the pharmacy. So it will be super interesting for them and for me. And two, I'm doing online training. I didn't think that it will be so successful. I'm really surprised, and they are super interesting. Most of them are pharmacist manager, which are coming. So it's not just the second or third hand of the pharmacy. So yeah, and they realize that they have to offer compliant products and to advise patient. They realize that CBD customers need strong support, even for low dose CBD. Quality, okay, is crucial, but offering correct advice to patient, I realize, is vital. So, for example, if I tell you some training goals, I will tell you some about our training. It's first how to identify good product. So provide basics on cannabinoids to make difference between CBD, THC, broad spectrum, full spectrum, or even the vehicles used, the oil vehicle which is used in product. And one of the main parts, and I realized too that make this little light in the brain of the pharmacist not to talk directly about the product. Yeah, like this is better than the other. Okay, it's one point, but what they are really interesting at the moment, it's the endocannabinoid system. They are super interesting about how CBD can work in the body. So why it's a new path of healing, actually. So integrate CBD product into pharmacy. Recommendation with several practical cases are really interesting for them too, because they just hear about CBD, okay, it's too calm or something like that. Me, I introduce that they can use or they can advise CBD for inflammatory problems or to prevent inflammatory problems or about immunity. And it's open really a large possibility for them, the synergy of CBD with other products too. So they are super interesting to keep back the market in their pharmacy. And that's my goal, actually. It's my goal. CBD in pharmacy, even low dose. Another point where I really push on it, it's to raise awareness about interaction. Because like, okay, CBD at 50 milligrams a day, it's safe. Everybody is clear about quite safe, but you are not. It's possible there's some auto medication at home, and to double or triple the dose is quite easily. And at this problem, like CBD, it's an inhibitor of cytochrome P450, so it could be a subject of many interaction. So that's really the role of the pharmacist to prevent people about that. Only a pharmacist can do that. So yeah, so we insist on the quality, we insist on how to advise, and for me both points are really crucial about prescription or non-prescription CBD and about the CBD in general, CBD future. So yeah, I can conclude that, but education is the key.
When it comes to the CBD, is it just coming from plant matter, so it's 95%, or is it an applied pharmaceutical ingredient where it's around 99% purity?
It depends about the product. Of sure, CBD at 99%, it will be more interesting than pure CBD. It's more interesting, but it depends. If you promote oils and you work with a broad spectrum CBD, it should be really interesting about the entourage effect. So it's another subject, because I'm not against this theory of entourage effect, but I'm not pro about this theory of entourage effect. It could be used in a bad way, like in a marketing way, okay? There's probably a synergy between cannabinoids, so it could be interesting. There's some different cannabinoids working together. I'm okay with that. But this magic effect, like, I don't really like the magic. Magic, it's not pharmaceutical. The other way, what I'm waiting really strongly, it's the API CBD. So you have some now on the market for me, and they are a bit overpriced, but it will decrease, I bet, with the time. And it should be really interesting to maybe to have more quality products. And I already heard about some different CBD, natural one, that the bioavailability can be increased by 2 or 2.5. And I'm super interested about this kind of product that I can promote to some manufacturer in France, and then after to create a really nice drug on prescription or without prescription.
It's been absolutely fantastic talking to you, Julien. It's great to get an update on everything that's going on in France. I know it's going to be a big prominent market when the whole medical landscape is developing and evolving over the next couple of years. Hopefully we get to touch base in about 6 to 7 months and see the progress that you've made over in France. For everybody who wants to learn more about Julien's company, you can see the website is below, and it'll be available wherever you watch or listen to this. For now, Julien, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Owen. It was a great pleasure to talk with you. It was a nice time. I hope it was clear, even with my French accent. And I will be really glad to meet you in real on 7 June for Cannabis Summit. Thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to meeting you in Krakow in person. For now, thank you very much for your time, and until next episode, everybody.